Hi there guys, Rising Hero 2012 here with my first ever discussion video, and the topic of this video is Solemn Judgment and whether it's worth running during this format. My main reason for this is after looking at the winning deck list from Whitehead Providence, the winner didn't run it in his deck, and after doing a statistic on TCG Player, I found that during Whitehead Providence, Solemn Judgment was activated 22 times. In 10 of those occasions, the player who activated it went on to win his duel, and in 12 of those games, the player who activated it went on to lose the duel. So we'll start with the main reasons for running this format. Obviously there's a lot of monsters going around, such as BLS, Dark Arm Dragon, Wind-Up Zen mains. Solemn Judgment can negate some of these monsters, and there's also a lot of decks now are set in back row, so or they swarm the field with heavy hitting monsters. So Solemn Judgment also has the ability to negate spells and traps such as Torrential Tribute, Dark Hole, Mirror Force, Heavy Storm, stuff like that. So, and obviously they're all game winning or game changing cards. On the flip side, my main reason for not running it, obviously with the format being so diverse, there's a lot of decks such as Agents that can drop a big monster in Hyperion, Dark Worlds in Grapha, and there's also a lot of Swarm no TK decks such as Heroes and Wind-Ups. If you're forced to activate Solemn Judgment early in the game, this can make the cost really steep. Obviously you can help around 4,000 life points, and then they're just going to drop a Roach on the Excalibur, attack you directly and game you. So there's a good enough reason not to run it. If we're not going to run Solemn Judgment, what are the alternatives? Well, I'm a Bubble Beat player, so I usually use Solemn Judgment to negate spell and trap destruction. So if you're one of those players as well, or that's what you usually use Solemn Judgment for, other alternatives are to double up on Starlight Road, or put in Starlight Road if you don't run it. The Huge Revolution is over. That works just like Starlight Road, but instead of getting a Stardust Dragon during the end phase, you get to banish the card that they tried using the destruction effect of. And also My Body is a Shield, a quick play spell card. You pelt 1,500 life points and negate a destruction effect. The only problem with that is obviously late game you might not be able to pay the cost for it, whereas with Solemn Judgment it takes up half the life points, so as long as you've got a life point left, you can always pay the cost. But what happens if you usually use Solemn Judgment to negate a monster summon? Well, the best examples I could come up with for that are, or the best alternative, sorry, are Compulsory Evacuation Device. The only problem I have with that is if you're facing something like Light Swarms and you go to compulsory JD back, obviously they're just going to drop it again. So it's probably not the most effective way of dealing with it. Obviously if they summon an Ixie or Synchro or Fusion, you're laughing because you're just going to bounce it back and they've wasted monsters. Especially Wind-Up Zen mains, it is a good out to Wind-Up Zen mains. There is Bottomless Trap Hole, that is another option. The only problem with that is if they summon a monster with less than 1,500 attack points, you obviously can't destroy it then remove it from play. But it does stop stuff like JD, Dark Arm Dragon, Wind-Up Zen mains as well. Actually, not Wind-Up Zen mains, scrub that. And then another alternative could be Fiendish Chain. Obviously it doesn't stop the summon, but it does stop them from attacking with their monster and negate the effect. The only problem is if they summon a beat stick like Gem Knight Pearl or Guy Knight the Force of Earth, Fiendish Chain doesn't work on it. So my conclusion on Solemn Judgment is Solemn Judgment is one of those cards that takes skill to play. If you time it right, it can win your game. If you time it wrong, it will cost you the game. So I want you guys to tell me if you're running Solemn Judgment or not. If you're not, what have you replaced it with and why? Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Rising Hero 2012 signing out.